Hi, my name's Carrie Lewis. I'm the General Manager of Portland Water District, and I'm here to tell you about our requested water rate adjustment for 2019. The mission of Portland Water District is to provide public health, safety, and the environment by providing our customers first-class water and wastewater services. We're a quasi-municipal independent organization. We serve drinking water to 11 communities totaling 200,000 people, and we serve wastewater to 6 communities. Our 182-strong workforce protects these things every single day for our customers. We have a $45.5 million annual budget and about $331. Our service area is very large. It starts from Sebago Lake and goes all the way through Cumberland County to Casco Bay. Here's the source of our drinking water, the very, very pure and pristine Sebago Lake. We have one water treatment plant in Standish, noted by the red circle, and that water serves this distribution system that's included in this purple oval. The solid orange color is the water service area, and the hatched reddish color is the wastewater service area. We have one other small water system that is served by wells in Standish. Working from Sebago Lake, we start by protecting the lake to optimize our water quality. We monitor the water quality, we ensure the security around the lakefront, we inspect properties and potential contamination sites to make sure that the lake is protected, we educate, we acquire and preserve land, and we conserve the environment. We treat water at a water plant up by Sebago Lake. We have ozone and ultraviolet light as the primary disinfection. We adjust pH, control corrosion, fluoridate the water, and use chloramines as secondary disinfection. This is a state-of-the-art water treatment process that is run very efficiently and effectively and gives great value to our customers. Because Sebago Lake is so clean, we have a filtration waiver from the EPA, and that means that we can treat our water with these spectacular processes without having the expense of building and maintaining a water filtration plant. I wanted to emphasize to you the enormity of the job that Portland Water District does to get the water from that lake to your tap. It's a complex system, it's challenging to see it and fix it, and it's costly for operating and maintaining it. So keep in mind, this is water for drinking water and for fire protection, and the fire protection is a very, very important part of what we do. The district has 6 booster pumping stations. We have 10 storage tanks, and we distribute water through 1,000 miles of water main, from large mains like this and large valves like this to smaller mains and smaller valves. The district operates and maintains 11,448 valves and over 5,000 hydrants. This is a general map of the water distribution system. The darker, thicker pipes are the larger ones. They start up at the lake, work their way down into the various communities where the water mains get smaller and more dense. It's a very, very complicated system. It's also important part of our work is that we ensure that the water quality that is given to the public, served to the public, is the highest possible quality. We have real-time monitoring of our treatment processes, regular testing throughout our service area. We do over 15,000 tests a year to ensure that the water quality is the highest that it can be. So Portland Water District also operates 4 wastewater treatment plants, and these are not part of the water rate increase, but just to make you aware that this is also an important aspect of our responsibility. These 4 treatment facilities have 95 miles of wastewater pipe, 69 pumping stations, and the work that we do removes pollution from the wastewater that comes to us and protects Casco Bay and the environment. So if we're looking for a water rate adjustment for 2019, here are the things that we think about that we want you to be able to understand. So how much revenue will the district need to operate? How much do we want in reserves? How much water do we expect that customers will use? And then once we figure this out, how will we allocate this rate adjustment to customers and what will these be? So Portland Water District for 2019 will have a total of $25.2 million worth of expenses that we need revenue to cover. 1/3 of that, $9.5 million, is wages and benefits. That's the dark blue part of the pie at the bottom. A second third of that, $9.5 million, is capital finance. So those are the dollars that go into building and paying for borrowing and bonding for projects like water main replacements, pumping station upgrades, storage tank replacements, and things like that. And the other 24% is third-party expenses, which includes things like paving, after we do work in the street, postage, bill printing, utilities, things like that. So here's a look at what our budget for water main replacements has done from 2002 through 2019. It's gone from 1.2 million up to 8.8 million. And what that represents is our aging infrastructure and our need to replace water mains proactively so that we have good quality pipe in the ground and we don't have unplanned leaks that we need to deal with. Regrettably, the cost per foot of water main that's been replaced has been steadily increasing over the past dozen years, from $185 per foot in 2009 up to $318 a foot in 2017. So that's increases in labor and materials that are required to put water main in the ground. Of course, that means that the money that we're spending for water mains doesn't replace as many miles each year as it would if the price was stable. However, the effort and the money that is being spent to replace those water mains is working. You can see that in general, these water main breaks per 100 miles, the brown bars, have been decreasing overall since 1985. And we stay way below national expectations and benchmarks, and our goal, which is the blue line, we're doing a very good job of getting to and staying to, and that is a combination of that good investment and good operation. So let's go back to this slide and look again. Of the 90% of the revenue that comes from residential users, metered users, 66% of that is from residential, 21% is from commercial, 8% is from industrial customers, and 5% is from public customers. This is a general sense of how much water we expect residential customers will use. That's something that we need to estimate in order to know how to develop a rate structure. In this graph, the dark blue line is the number of customers, residential, in our base, and you can see that that number has been going up steadily, more or less, since 2007 to 2017. The red line is the total usage by all of the customers, and that is just barely increasing over that period of time. The reason for that is the green line, which is that the usage per customer is going down. This is consistent with national trends, and it's a combination of different water usage patterns and water conserving plumbing fixtures. In order to figure out how much water we expect customers will use in the next year, we analyze the core usage, the lowest water use for 3 months, and then we add on to it an estimated usage that represents seasonal and higher warm weather use. When we do that, we end up with a projection for 2019 of 8.4 million 100 cubic feet. You'll notice this is a graph from 2014 to 2019. The highest was 2016, which you can see which you will remember was a drought year. So the range in this graph was 8.4 to 8.8 million HCF over this time period. So we've used a conservative estimate of 8.4 million for our rate structure. So how do we design rates? There are different kinds of rates for individual customers. If you're one of our customers, you get a fixed minimum charge that's based on your meter size, and you also get a variable charge that is based on the amount of water that you use. Some residential individual customers will get private fire protection charges, which are basically sprinklers in their building, and the charge for that is based on the size of the service line. Communities get a fire protection charge that is based on the hydrants and the water mains that are available for fire protection activities should they be needed. There are also rates for seasonal customers, and there are different rates for member and non-member communities. So how will a rate increase be allocated? We know that from a rate study some years ago that commercial and industrial customers generate less revenue than what it costs to serve them. So right now, residential customers are paying more than their share of the cost to serve them. This gap is being gradually closed by having a larger rate increase to commercial industrial customers than to the residential customers. And over some period of years, this gap will close and all of the customer classes will be paying for the cost that it is to serve them. So this higher increase to the larger customers applies to both the fixed minimum and. What rate increase then are we requesting to cover these revenue needs? Overall, it's a 4.4% increase. It's 4% to residential, 4.9% to commercial, and 5.9% to industrial customers, like I just discussed. The commercial and industrial are getting a higher percentage increase than the residential. The seasonal customers, public fire protection, and private fire protection all have a requested 4-point increase. So here are some of the details of how those numbers break out. This is a chart that shows the change for the fixed charge. So based on the meter size, the meter sizes range from 5/8 inch to 12 inches. There's a column here that shows the current. Most residential customers have 5/8 inch meters. So currently they pay $9.40 a month. That's proposed to go up to $9.75 per month, which is an increase of 35 cents or a 3.72% change. You can see that as the meter sizes get larger, the percent change also gets larger. This is describing how the water usage charges, the variable charges per 100 cubic feet, or HCF, are going to go up. Right now, a typical residential customer uses 700 cubic feet, so they would fit into this red line of between 1 and 29 HCF per month. Currently, they pay $2.35 per HCF. It's proposed to go up to $2.44 per HCF, which is 9 cents or 3.83%. Seasonal water rates are going up 4.4% across the board for all meter sizes. And fire protection rates also are going up 4.4% across the board. Again, public fire protection is charged to municipalities, and it's based on the number of hydrants and water mains that are available for fire suppression use. And private fire protection is charged to customers for sprinklers. Most of those customers that have private fire protection have a 6-inch service line. So what is the monthly impact to customers? The columns on the left show a typical residential customer, 5/8 inch meter, 700 cubic feet, will have an 89-cent per month increase with this rate increase. An industrial customer with a 2-inch meter using 1300 HCF will have $100.29 per month increase. How does Portland compare with other communities and nationally? $367 per year right now is the annual bill for a customer that uses 100 cubic feet. If this 4.4% rate increase goes into effect, that $367 will increase to $381 per year. This compares nationally all the way over to the right side of this graph to $504 per year is the national average for 100 cubic feet of water. The latest data that we had regionally was from Maine from 2017, that's $472 a year, and Massachusetts also from 2017, $623 a year. So based on this, you would be able to confidently conclude that Portland Water District rates are very competitive and very favorable compared to these benchmarks. Quick note that the non-member rates, so that is for Standish and for North Yarmouth, are changing by approximately the same percentages, and we do have a low-income program, and that minimum rate will go up slightly from $2.35 to $2.44 per month. So, the typical residential increase, 89 cents per month. Water rates are below the national and regional average. This additional revenue will largely be directed to water mains renewal projects and the capital finance costs that are required to fund those. So without this increase, we'd have a deficit of about $1 million in 2019. With this increase, expenses will be met and there will be $127,000 to be allocated to the Water Main Capital Fund. If you'd like more information on this proposed water rate increase, please do not hesitate to contact us by phone or by email as shown here. Thank you very much.